Welcome to the Bible in Plain View, where we teach the Bible in 30-minute segments. I'm your reader, Brother Antonio. Today is your teacher, Brother Rob. Today's lesson is, do you really love God? So, without further ado, I'm going to let my brother take over.
All right, thanks, my brother, for the
Yes, sir.
introduction. And like he said, the title of the lesson is, do you really love God? You know, a lot of people out there have lip service when they talk about that they love God, but they don't have really no action behind it.
Right.
But we're going to show you during this lesson that love is, keeping the commandments, you know what I mean? And it's all based around that, you know what I mean? So, we're going to read these two definitions first, and then we'll get into it.
Definition of love. In the Bible, love is defined as a selfless, sacrificial, and unconditional commitment to the well-being of others, modeled by God's love for humanity. Rather than just a feeling, it is a purposeful action and choice characterized by patience, kindness, and endurance. The highest form, agape, seeks the good of others, even enemies. Loving God, according to the Bible, loving God is defined as an undivided, total commitment involving the heart, soul, mind, and strength. It is demonstrated through active obedience to His commandments, prioritizing Him above all else, worshiping Him, and loving others as an extension of His love. It is a response to His initiating love.
So, it's loving him and loving your brother. That's what you got out of those two definitions, right? Even if they are your enemy, right?
Right.
So we're going to start off at Deuteronomy 6 and verse 1 through 8, and 13 through 18, and 24 through 25. When you get there, go ahead, my brother.
Deuteronomy 6 and 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it.
These are the things that he was giving us, so when we go on the land, we can do those things, right? Keep going.
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son, and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged.
You see what's part of that, keeping these commandments? Your days are going to be prolonged in keeping these commandments, right?
Right.
So if you're not keeping these commandments, then you wonder, people wonder why, people dying so young and not being able to make it to a certain age. This is right apart along with that, right? Keep going.
Verse 3. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee.
See, it's going to be well with you if you do these commandments, right? Because this is part of the love, right? But keep going.
And that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised thee, and the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel.
See, that's the thing we got to do, right? We got to hear first, right? What else?
The Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart.
No, with some of your heart.
All thine heart. And with all thy soul. And with all thy might.
So you need to love the Lord with all your beings, right? With everything you got, right? Keep going.
And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
Where it got to be at?
In your heart.
We talking about in your mind. That's where you need to be at.
Right.
Because your heart, your regular heart, it just pumps blood.
Exactly.
But what you doing your love comes from here.
Right.
From your mind. Keep going.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
Meaning they should be right there in your face all the time. Like you should be always delighting and seeking and looking into his word to have him right there in front of you, so you can continue to be kept in his love, right? Skip down to 13.
Verse 13. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God, and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Ye shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you.
You can't love God if you're going after other gods, right? So do you really love God? So if you serving other gods like the God of Christmas, the God of Easter, you know what I mean, those other gods that the world has given you, you're not really loving God. You loving that other Jesus, right? But keep going.
For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee, and destroy thee from off the face of the earth.
I said he will. Keep going.
You shall not tempt the Lord your God, as ye tempted him in Massah. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God.
He's saying you got to diligently keep these Jones.
Yes,
Meaning
sir.
you always got to continuously do these things, right?
Yes, sir.
But keep going.
And his testimonies and his statutes, which he have commanded thee.
You see, he commanded you. He didn't tell you, like, he didn't ask you to do it. He commanded you to do it. Right? Keep going.
And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers.
He says it's going to be well with them. Skip down to 24.
And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive.
That he might preserve us alive if we do these things, right?
Right.
Right? Keep going.
As it is at this day. And it shall be our righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he hath commanded us.
Yes, and this is showing how, that we should love the Lord with all our heart, all our soul, and all our might, right? So let's go to John chapter 14. John 14, and we're going to do verse 15. When you get there, go ahead, my brother.
John 14 and 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
And this is Jesus talking, right? He said, if you love me, right?
Yes, sir.
So it says, if you really love God, you're going to do what? Keep his commandments, right? Skip down to 21.
He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me.
See? He that keepeth my commandments and have them love me, right? And what else they going to be?
And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father.
So you're going to have the Father and the Son loving you if you keep these commandments, right?
Yep.
Keep going.
And I will love him, and will manifest myself to him.
Keep going.
Oh yeah. Judas saith unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world?
What Jesus said.
Jesus answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words.
So you got to read his word and keep it, right?
Keep them. Yes, sir.
And what else going to happen?
And my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with
Yeah,
him.
we're going to abode with him through his word. Like,
Right.
he ain't no entity that's going to jump in you and abode with you
Right.
that way. He's going to, it's his word is going to be, that's going to abode in you, right?
Right.
Keep going.
He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent
So
me.
if you're not keeping his word, you really not loving God, right? That's what he's telling you, right? Skip back up to verse 6, because you need Jesus, right? Because of this, right? Verse 6.
Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Exactly. So you need him. And if you don't keep his commandments, you don't love him. Bottom line.
Right.
Let's go
That's what it
to
says.
1 John chapter 4. First John 4, and we're going to do 15 through 21. When you get there, go ahead, my brother.
Whosoever whosoever shall confess that Jesus is the Son of God, God dwelleth in him, and he in God.
So we should just close the book. Once we confess that he's the Son of God, that's it. That's all we got to do, right?
No, sir.
Keep going.
And we have known and believed the love that God hath to us. God is love.
He said God is love, right?
Yes, sir.
And we already know that. We got to keep his commandments to love him, right? So if God is love, right, then what?
And he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in him. Herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment. Because as he is, so are we in this world.
And that's how we supposed to be. We're supposed to have the mind of Christ, right? It says, let this mind be in you that's in Christ Jesus, right?
Yes, sir.
So he loved the brethren, so you got to love the brethren, and you got to show your love towards him by keeping his commandments,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Because remember, it says those two follow all the law and the prophets, right?
Right.
Loving God with all your heart and loving your neighbor, right? But keep going.
18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
Yes.
We love him, because he first loved us.
See, we love him because he first loved us, because he shed his blood and died for us. That's how
Right.
he showed his love towards us, right?
Right.
And now trying to show our love by doing what he's saying, being obedient until everything that he has said for us to do, right? Keep going.
If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
See, exactly. If you say you love God and you hate your brother, you a liar,
Right.
because you're not operating in the love that God told you to operate.
Right.
Because you're supposed to love your brother as well. But keep going.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
Exactly. That's a great question, right?
Right.
How can you love God? You have never seen him, but you can't even love your brother that you see every day. That's right in front of your face.
Right.
Keep going, though.
And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God loveth his brother also.
So that's the commandment, right? If you love God, you gotta love your brother as well, because that's part of loving God. That's
Right.
part of the commandments, right? So let's chapter 5. Go down to chapter 5, and we're gonna 1 through 4.
Whosoever believeth that Jesus is the Christ is born of God. And everyone that loveth him that begat loveth him also that is begotten of him. By this we know that we love the children of God.
So he said, by this we know that we love the children of God, right? Keep going.
When we love God and keep his commandments.
See, it's all based around that, keeping his commandments, right? Because commandments is love, right? Keep going.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
They're not grievous. So what's so wrong with, not killing your brother, not stealing from your brother, not coveting your brother's things, or honoring your mother and your father,
Right.
or not having no other gods? There's nothing wrong with that. See, but people want to do their own thing and be their own gods, and you know what I mean. So that's the issue. But keep going.
For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith.
And you can't overcome the world without Jesus. So without Jesus and keeping his commandments, you're not going to overcome the world. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 5. Deuteronomy chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 1. I'm going to show you these commandments. The ones that we were talking about, what you should be doing. Like, keep going.
Deuteronomy 5 and verse 1. And Moses called all Israel, and said unto them, Hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears this day, that ye may learn them, and keep, and do them.
That's the way we keep hearing that. Oh, hear Israel. Because that's the first thing you need to do when learning how to love God.
Right.
And to love your brother. You got to be able to hear first.
Right.
Because a hard-headed person, they ain't going to listen.
Right.
That's why he always telling them to hearken to me. But they always say that they didn't hearken to him, right? But keep going.
The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb.
Uh-huh.
The Lord made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us, who are all of us here alive this day.
Uh-huh.
The Lord talked with you face to face in the mount out of the midst of the fire. I stood between the Lord and you at that time, to show you the word of the Lord.
Yes, he did.
For ye were afraid by reason of the fire.
It was like, don't let him talk to us anymore. You talk to us, Moses, unless we die, right? Keep going.
And went not up into the mount, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
Took him right out of slavery, right?
Right. Thou shalt have none other gods before me.
That's the first one, right? You ain't supposed to be serving no other gods. Like, you got all these people, different religions, different sects of religions, you know what I mean? So serving what they want to serve. But it's only, like you said, there's only one true God. We read that earlier, right? Keep going.
Thou shalt not make thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath.
So don't be making no graven images.
Right.
You know, them crosses that people be wearing thinking it's saving them. No, that ain't got nothing to do with Christ.
Right.
But keep going.
Or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
See, you keep saying the same thing over and over. Keep my
Right.
commandments. Keep my commandments, and that's part of the love. But keep going.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it, as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee. 6 days thou shalt labor, and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Skip down to 16. Right, those ones, those was the four ones that's showing how you love your God. Now we're gonna see how you love man. Keep going.
Honor thy father and thy mother, as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee.
And your mother and your father is your first neighbor, so that's none of the people that you honor first, right? Keep going.
That thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee, and the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, neither shalt thou commit adultery, neither shalt thou steal, neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor, neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife, neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house, his field, or his manservant.
Skip down 24.
24. And ye said, Behold, the Lord our God hath showed us his glory and his greatness, and we have heard his voice out of the midst of the fire. We have seen this day that God doth talk with man, and he liveth.
They the only people that had God talking to them right out of the cloud, right?
Right.
No other nation can say that, right?
Right.
So wouldn't that be somebody you would want to fear and obey and love?
Yeah.
Because he's going to be there for you. He did wonderful works for them. Pulled them out of captivity in Egypt, giving them a land that they did not deserve.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All these things. But Israel did what they wanted to do. But keep going.
25. Now therefore, why should we die? For this great fire will consume us. If we hear the voice of the Lord our God any more, then we shall die.
See, they scared. But keep on.
For who is there of all flesh that have heard the voice of the living God speaking out of the midst of the fire, as we have, and lived? Go thou near, and hear all that the Lord our God shall say, and speak thou unto us all that the Lord our God shall speak unto thee.
That's good. Let's go to Joshua 22. Joshua 22, and we're going to do 1 through 6. When you get there, go ahead.
Then Joshua called the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh, and said unto them, Ye have kept all that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded you, and have obeyed my voice in all that I commanded you. Ye have not left your brethren these many days unto this day, but have kept the charge of the commandment of the Lord your God. And now the Lord your God hath given rest unto your brethren.
See, he gave them rest because they was doing what they supposed to do, keeping the commandments and loving God, right? By doing so, right? Keep going.
As he promised them. Therefore now return ye, and get you unto your tents, and unto the land of your possession, which Moses the servant of the Lord gave you on the other side of Jordan. But take diligent heed to do the commandment and the law.
You got to do it diligently, and you got to take heed to it. You got to apply it to your life. Like, if you're not applying this to your life, you're wasting time. But keep going.
Which Moses the servant of the Lord charged you, to love the Lord your God, and to walk in all his ways.
And to some of his ways.
All his ways. And to keep his commandments, and to cleave unto him, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. So Joshua blessed them, and sent them away, and they went unto their tents.
Okay, so let's go to 1 John chapter 2. We're going to do 3 through 11.
Good.
Go.
1 John 2 and 3. And hereby we do know that we know him.
So this is saying, we know the Lord by this, right? If we what?
If we keep his commandments.
He that what?
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments,
Is what?
is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
Nothing I said. That's what the book said, right?
That's what the book said.
But keep going.
But whoso keepeth his word,
See, whosoever keepeth his word, right? What?
in him verily is the love of God perfected.
That's how you showing your love to God, right?
Right.
Do you really love God, right? Keep going.
Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also to walk, even as he walked.
So you got to walk just like he walked. So everything that he's done and went through, you got to go through. So if he kept the commandments, you got to keep the commandments. Just like when he suffered, you're going to suffer. It's all the same thing. We got to do exactly what our master went through. Right. So keep going.
Brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye had from the beginning.
Yeah, the old commandment you had from the beginning, back what we just was reading in Deuteronomy, right?
Yep.
But keep going.
The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning. Again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you, because the darkness is past and the true light now shining.
Yeah, the true light is Jesus. But keep going.
He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now.
So you cannot hate your brother and say you're in light.
Right.
You're in darkness. But keep going.
He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him.
Yeah, because he got love for his brother.
Right.
And when you got love for your brother, you got love for God.
Yeah.
So there's no stumbling in you.
Right.
Keep going.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes.
And you don't want to be walking this walk with blindness, right? You want to have a clear path. And God is that clear path. He gives you clear instructions on how to get salvation. And starting with love and loving him and loving your brother.
Yes, sir.
Romans 13 and verse 8.
Owe no man anything, but to love one another.
See, but we're supposed to love one another, right?
Yes, sir.
For what?
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
Uh-huh.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love what?
Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
So you're going to be showing love to your neighbor, you know what I mean, like you're supposed to.
Yes, sir.
So you can fulfill the law, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Psalms 145.
Psalm 145, verses 17 through 21. Verse 17. The Lord is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his works. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth.
See, his word is truth, right?
Right.
And if you operate in his word, you know what I mean? You operating in truth, right? And his commandments are holy, just, and good, right? As in Romans 7 said, right? But keep going.
He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He also will hear their cry and will save them. The Lord preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked he destroy.
Yes, sir.
My mouth shall speak the praise of the Lord, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever.
Yeah, let all flesh bless his holy name. And by
Yes,
you
sir.
keeping his commandments and loving him and loving God, you're going to continue to bless his holy name. All right? Psalms 116.
Psalms 116, verses 1 and 2. I'm skipping to 9. You ready?
Yeah.
Psalms 116 and verse 1. I love the Lord, because he have heard my voice and my supplications, because he have inclined his ear unto me. Therefore will I call upon him as long as I live.
And then we just read that. We're going to call upon him and in truth, right?
Yes, sir.
So now we're going to call upon him as long as we live. So we got to do this as long as we live. We got to keep these commandments and be in his love, right?
Yes, sir.
Keep going.
Skipping to 9.
Yeah.
I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. And then we skip into 13.
Yes.
I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord.
Because that's the whole end game, right?
Yeah.
If you loving God and you loving the Lord, you working to get your salvation, right? Keep going.
I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
That was it. But he said, I will pay my vow unto the Lord now and in the presence of all his people. Like,
Yes, sir.
when you say, you love the Lord, you better make sure you paying that vow that you said you love him. You better make sure you're doing what is necessary to show your love to him. Because remember, we read the definition. Love is an action. that you have to take. So let's go to let's skip to Proverbs. Proverbs 8.
Proverbs chapter 8, and we're
Verse
picking
8.
it up at verse 8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear,
Where you
Proverbs 8, and I started at 8
at? Okay.
to 11. Oh, that was verse 12 I just read.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It says, For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. And when you love God, He's going to give you instruction and understanding, so you can continue being in His love, right? We're
Skip
down to 20. Yeah.
Verse 20. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures.
Yeah, you want to inherit salvation,
Right.
and eternal life.
Yes,
that's the end game for us, right?
Yes, sir.
And He said that I will be filled with their treasures, right? The treasures is salvation.
Yes,
right?
sir. That's what
Keep
we all
going.
aiming for, bro. Verse 22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old.
Yeah, He knew that you would be, from the foundation of the world. You know what I mean? He know who is His, right? Skip down to 36.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
So the opposite of loving God is you loving death.
Right.
And you don't want to be in that situation.
No, sir.
It says, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. Remember, on the way to learning something, you are the soul,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
so
sir.
you are doing wrong to yourself by not
Yes,
loving
sir.
the Lord. Let's go to Matthew 22. Matthew 22 and verse 36.
Matthew 22 and verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
Didn't we talk about that in the first scripture of the lesson?
Yes, we did.
That we supposed to love the Lord with all our heart, with all our soul, and with all our mind?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is part of you loving God.
Right.
And if you're not going all the way in, and you being lukewarm, He's going to spit you out of His mouth.
Right.
Keep going.
This is the first and great commandment.
It says the first and great commandment, right?
Yes, sir.
So you need to make sure you love God first, right?
Yes, sir.
And then add to that loving your brother, right? But keep going.
And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
See, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Let's go to Psalms 19, 119. And 97.
97. Oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day. Thou, through thy commandments, hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me.
163.
163. Verse 163. I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love.
And that was, do you really love God? And I hope you got some understanding in Jesus' name.
Yes, sir.